Good morning and happy Monday. Teresa's here. Yippee, yippee, Teresa's here. And today, instead of doing cards, Teresa has done scrapbook layouts, and I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's a wonderful transition or carry on from Friday when Peggy was here. Peggy was here at the mothership Friday, and she brought in a lot of her layouts from travel and vacation and her cruise. And today, Teresa's going to show us how to use the Simple Stories page templates that look kind of like this, although there's a lot of different ones, and how to use them to make a cool layout like that.
There's 8 different styles.
There's 8 styles. Oh,
yes,
good to know. Teresa's done her research. There's 8 styles,
yes.
And they make scrapbooking easy.
Yes, Simple Pages page template. So there's a whole bunch of different designs that you can use, and with each template you can use it in different ways, and I'm going to try and show you different ways, and you guys probably have ideas once you get them in your hot little hands.
that sounds good.
How to make them different. So,
and I told Teresa that we had some orders for them already before today. I think they saw on the calendar, and they probably saw Teresa and saw what they were, and were pretty excited. And they are a nice tool, and they've been out maybe a year. Would you think, Teresa? Maybe they've been out maybe a year. Yeah. And we have sold a lot of them, but we've never really shown how to use them. And we thought this was a great time. So I want to say good morning to everybody before we get started. It's Monday here in Iowa.
I'm back from vacation.
Teresa's back. She was gone last week. And we missed you, Teresa, a lot. So you guys are here in our classroom at Memory Bound in Iowa. And this is our gig every morning, Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. This is our gig. We come back here, we show new product.
Are you saying Central Time now because we have viewers all over?
I know. Yes, I have to. I have to, Teresa, because people are watching from all over. They're just, it's crazy, but we love it. We love it.
Yeah.
It's funny. We had 2 brand new customers that came into Memory Bound yesterday, and one person heard from a friend, and then one person moved here recently and had been driving by and just started scrapbooking. So I hope she's watching today, especially since you are scrapbooking. And I love Julie's comment, Teresa. She says it's Monday in Minnesota also.
Oh, okay.
It's Monday. Well, it might not be Monday everywhere. Isn't there some place on the other side of the earth or globe
where
they're a day ahead or day behind or whatever? So that's was not my forte in school at all. So, well, Teresa, why don't we got a lot of people watching. Why don't we go ahead and show us what you have been working on?
Okay.
And maybe the templates and then she's going to show us how to do it, how easy it is to do it.
We're going to do a page live.
Live. Teresa said today, I'm doing a page live.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay. Oh, wait, Natalie says it's Victoria Day in Canada.
Oh, I wonder what that is. I don't know.
It must be a special celebration. I love it. And Oshra said Australia. Australia is where it's a day off. And I do remember our daughter had a friend that went to Australia to study abroad, and I do remember her losing or gaining or whatever a whole day. So,
all right. So I'll show you the Simple Stories template, and they named them. So this is design number 12. I guess there must be more, and we don't have them all.
We need to. Well, there's more than 8. Obviously,
yes,
we're going to be doing.
We have 8.
We're going to be doing some ordering then for sure.
But this is template number 12, and this one is $3.99. I think
they're
different.
They're $4.99 now. They're all $4.99.
Yeah. All of them are $4.99, so I don't have to.
You don't have to worry about price. They're all $4.99.
Okay. So the nice thing about the templates is that they are easy to use for beginners, or it's a nice way to get a page done fast if you've been scrapbooking for a while. I've been scrapbooking for a long time, and I had a good time doing this, and I made some fast pages. And you could add more. I could add.
You can make them more or less.
But I think I kind of went middle ground on my stuff today. So I'm going to show you this one. So
I like how you said you went middle ground.
Yeah.
I love it.
They're plastic. I'll show you.
Oh, there she's got one open.
This was open, and it's a sturdy plastic that you can see. So they're all made of the same stuff. And the packaging tells you the size. So 4x4 and 2x2s. And the nice thing about this one is, and a lot of them, not all of them, but some of them are square. You can go this way, you can go this way, you can go this way. So you have a variety of different ways that you can go.
I love it, Teresa. I love your example there and how you're being very visual.
So
you could put two of those together, I would think, on a layout.
Yeah, you could.
So you could put two together.
On a page. Oh, I should have done that. I ran out of time.
Teresa, you did a lot. Look at all the pages on the table she's going to show us. Yeah. I love it. I love it.
But there, it's just endless, the things that you can do with one little template.
So don't think if you have a template that it only works one way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways, and you could probably even use half of that if you wanted to just do the 2x2s.
Yep, just to keep if you like your things to be straight, and I'm not a super straight person, but this was very helpful to keep them straight on my page. So, you ready to show
We're ready, yeah.
Pages?
I'm anxious.
So this first page, I used some simple stories, 4th of July line called America the Beautiful. And on this one, I used the template Going That Way. So you can see I've got my 4x6 photo that I just cropped down to fit the 4x4. Or if you have a home printer, you guys know that I have a little Epson printer. I can print 4x4 photos. And so I don't remember what I did, if I cropped it down.
So you can either crop it down or you can...
Yeah.
I have to touch it.
So this is the America the Beautiful paper, like I said. And then I used a sticker sheet. And I used this on another page, too. I didn't use all the stickers, obviously, on this one. But I put the stickers in the squares because my friends and I go to the 4th of July parade every year, and I only had one photo.
You only had one photo
at the parade, and I wanted to scrapbook that, my two besties. And so I just put I cut a 2x2 piece of paper, and then I found some stickers off of my sheet, and I just stuck them down on the squares. So you don't need to put photos. That's the one thing. You don't need to put photos in every square.
That's a very good tip.
Yeah.
Very good tip.
You can put journaling, you can put pattern paper, and you'll see some of the things that I did with the different squares. But
Teresa, there's a question here. Are they okay to use as a stencil to do inking?
I
suppose you could, couldn't you? Just clean them off?
It would be hard because the frame is really small, so you would have to be careful that you didn't go off the edge.
Oh, so
you know what I'm saying? You would have to, maybe if you used a little finger dauber.
They are made out of stencil material.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's like a stencil material. That's a good point. But
well, Teresa, I love how you added, so everything on here is a sticker then. And then you've got your title and your year.
I did my journaling and my year. I die cut some numbers because I always like the year on my pages. Almost always I get the year on there.
I love it. That's just a really nice
page. That's the first page. Yep. All right. Now the second page, you can see that then instead of going this way, I turned my template and I went horizontal this time, or vertical.
Vertical.
I went horizontal the first time, and then I'm going vertical. And this is a fun page because if you have been to our store, you know that we have a ribbon wall. And before I worked here, that's one of the main reasons that I came to the store.
It's for ribbon?
Was for ribbon.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yes, I love the ribbon wall. And I don't know who started the organization, but we just reorganized the ribbon wall. I wasn't here.
She missed it, but it turned out really good.
But it makes me happy because we have it in rainbow color. And for those of you that aren't the rainbow freaks like I am, it's Roy G. Biv. So that's what I put.
Yep.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And it just really makes me happy, happy, happy. And this paper is some of the
that's the Vicky Boutin
paper. And then I used some of her coordinating, or this isn't coordinating, but it's American Crafts, and I think it coordinates.
That is Vicky Boutin also, yeah.
Where's her name on it?
They don't have her name on it, but it is from Vicky Boutin.
It coordinates perfectly.
I don't know why it doesn't say Vicky Boutin.
These are chipboard stickers, which I love because I like a little dimension on my pages a lot of the times too. So usually I'll use pop dots, but And it's fun.
So
you
you
get
got
lots
the
of fun
flat
little
stickers
things.
on the left page,
Yep.
and then dimensional stickers on the right
Yep.
page.
And so this one I went vertical again. And I did have 2 little photos that I took. Again, this makes me so happy.
She's so happy she can't even
I know,
talk about it.
I put the happy on there. And then this is from our little notepad. Some of you might have gotten
yes.
the little notepad that we had for National Scrapbooking Day week. And so I cut that out because I thought it was perfect because it had the little memory bound and craft your life in color. I thought that was a perfect sentiment to have on there.
You know what? We are getting so many questions, Teresa.
Yeah.
How is the frame colored when the template is clear? So it's not really the frame. This is what's very interesting.
We'll show that. So what you do is you cut your paper. So like I matted these. And you don't have to mat them. And I'll show you a page where I didn't mat.
So basically you cut out, and Teresa's going to show us
Yeah,
how
I'm
it
gonna
works.
show ya.
You're not actually using the plastic template on your page.
No, you're lifting it off.
It's just kind of a pattern.
Yep.
We're using it for a pattern.
Yep. So I cut the black paper and then I stuck my photos down and then I put my black piece on my pattern background paper.
And then Donna has a squirrel moment. What's the difference between indigo and violet? To me, indigo's more blue.
More
of a
blue. I went a darker color there because
it's I think
that's what I had
purple.
my
In the
stash,
case
yeah.
of Roy G. Biv, it is purple.
Yes. And violet is a lighter color. I don't know why they
I would
who
say
decided? I don't
indigo
know.
to me is between blue and purple.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So that might not be a good representation of indigo, but it's what I like, and so that's what I put on there.
And Jan is asking if we carry the templates all the time, and we do.
Yeah.
We do carry those. Okay, and then we need to show the ribbon wall. So should we show the ribbon wall and then come back so we don't forget? All right.
Sure.
Teresa's going to go show you her favorite, one of her favorite places. If you're just joining us today, Teresa is using these templates to show us how to do layouts, how to use them as a tool. And on one of her layouts, she has the ribbon wall and Roy G. Biv. And we just had a major overhaul over here.
I love the ribbon wall.
So I'll step back so you can
There's
see.
twine up here, and then the red starts red, and then pink. Pink isn't in the Roy G. Biv. And then orange, a little bit of yellow over here, green, blues, indigos, violets, and then we have the brown,
we have the
white,
browns
and
the
black.
golds and stuff.
Yep.
So this is what we call our ribbon wall. The reason Teresa came to Memory Bound before she worked here. So I think we do have a lot of ribbon, and you can buy it by the foot.
Yeah.
Because
That's
a lot
why
of
I like
times
that
people
too.
just need a little bit, and then we also have spools, and we were showing that we have the grid ribbon. You can buy a full spool of that. I think a lot of you know that. And then same with the jute twine, you can buy a spool. Okay, so that is the ribbon wall. And Carol, I totally agree with you. I love all the colors too.
Just makes me happy.
All right, so we are going to go around this way and
Sorry,
see
I
what
got
else.
in your way there.
No, you're fine. You're fine. All right, so that was the first template, and that was template number 12.
Yep.
That Teresa just showed us. And these are all online, and I'm sure Janet is linking them if she hasn't already.
This is template number 1.
Wow.
So I used number 1. And so this is more of a classic, I would say, because it's got your 4x6s and then your 3x4s. So that's a wallet size, or perfect for the cut-aparts, the journaling. So I will show
what'd you do with
this one. So this is the other thing that Simple Stories did that I just love, is they have these things called simple pages. And the simple pages comes with, I'll just open this and dump it out so you can see.
They're both of these products are part of Simple Pages, and there's
Simple Stories?
Yeah. And the page template, and then these are called page pieces. And they come in lots of different themes.
So this one is Summer Lovin'. It's a new line that we have, and we have all kinds of paper that go with it. And you get all these pieces, and so I didn't use all the pieces. I have extras and all these little hearts, and even those words. These are the days. So you can see what I did is I cut my template. I cut the yellow piece, and then I placed my photos. So I used all photos on this one. And then I just stuck my titles down. I popped out of this one. I stuck a heart there and there. And then here, oh, another heart over there.
Teresa, that looks great. I love it.
And the other thing I wanted to tell you about is the other thing Simple Stories does. So there's a pattern paper line. I didn't bring any over. Maybe I should have, called Summer Lovin', which I could have used, but instead I just used the Simple Stories Color Vibe paper. And the Color Vibe paper matches the pattern paper perfectly. And we've got all the individual pieces, or, and you can see there's the polka dot on the back, or the front is just a solid. So you can get page packs of these, and you get 6, so you get 1 of each. And sometimes the lines will coordinate with a paper
with a pack,
line.
right?
Yeah, and I'll show you one in a little bit. But this is the background paper that I use, and you can get it individually, and the packs are $5.99 for six sheets.
That's a good one for the Summer Lovin' collection, Teresa.
Yeah.
It has all the colors in it.
Yeah. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, I was going to tell you, so here's my little label. And then I used the Color Vibe. This is also by Simple Stories, and it's a sticker book. And we sold these. We sold a lot of these.
Yeah.
Some of you probably have these
these
at home. I have them in all the colors. But they're really nice because they coordinate perfectly. So you can see the green.
At Lake you did with the sticker letters. Okay.
So they've got, maybe I should grab mine here. It's open. So I can show you. So it's got all the colors. You can see I've been using them here. So you've got the letters, and then you've got the square letters. And then you've got a bigger font, which is really nice. So you can find the ones that work for you.
I like them because they're kind of they're a little bit taller and skinnier, so you could easily get more, like Lake fits there on there very nicely.
Yep. So this is super easy because you just put your 4x6s on there. If you have some wallets, you can put those on there, or you can trim down your 4x6s, and it fits in there. And again, you just stick it down. That was a super easy, fast page.
Probably, and it looks good too. It looks great.
And probably, you know what the hardest part is printing your photos. People just need to print your photos and then put them on a scrapbook page. Because
I agree.
I think people don't always print their photos anymore. So this one would be another one that you could turn, and I forgot to turn it when I did my second page. I wanted to do
she's
2
going to do
pages.
something different, but
yeah, I wanted to show a different way.
You got too excited. This is really a neat one, Teresa.
So this one, again, is with the
number
summer,
one.
The number 1. And what I did here is I used a piece of vellum for my background page. And you know what? Maybe I could have not even used vellum, but I just wanted a little bit of separation. This pattern is pretty busy, and I wanted some separation between my mats and my photos. And I did use the photo mat, so I made my own mats with that wonderful...
is that the Hero Arts?
That's the Hero Arts
postage
stamp die.
See if she
I
brought
have it over here. I forgot to grab them. So they've got a variety of different sizes.
But they have some that fit your 4x6 photos? Or did you cut down your photos?
I had to trim my photo a little bit.
So that is 4x6 then, the postage stamp.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It works out really well.
It works out pretty well. So you can use, different, you don't have to just go square. If you're tired of square, or I guess these are rectangles, aren't they? You can do rectangles. Yeah.
I know what you meant.
And this was the sticker sheet, so I use more of the stickers. So, they look, sometimes when you look at things and you're like, oh, that's pretty girly.
Oh, thank you.
But my husband went on a bike trip in Wisconsin. And I didn't put the date on there.
Oh, yeah,
I did. There I did. I stamped it with my date
Oh,
stamp.
there we go.
Yeah. And so I did trim a little bit. The bicycle had a balloon and a basket.
Oh, so you just cut it off.
Cut it right off.
Make it a little more manly.
Yeah, and they were getting ready they're packing their bikes and trying to see. I think that's a funny, he's looking to see if it fits. And this is where they were. That's his bike. And then he tented. And those are all the guys that he went with. These are the days we dream about. I thought that was perfect.
That is really neat.
Yeah. So I didn't mat this one, just kind of wanted it to be different from the other three.
So here's that infinity die from Hero Arts. It's $24.99. And I don't know how many dice does it have? Quite a few. Quite a few.
8.
8. Thank you.
8.
Thank you. Teresa was busy counting.
Yes.
I tried to count, but I couldn't do it.
I like the postage stamp one. So
Teresa,
that's
here's
fun.
a question. When you're printing photos, how do you determine what size to print? Do you pre-plan the page, so do you know? Or do you print the photos and work around what's printed?
Well, lots of times I will print my photos ahead of time, and occasionally I have to print again.
Okay.
But, I think I look at the photo and think, is this going to be the focal point of my page? And if it is, like, I really knew I wanted the group picture to be good, so I could see all the faces. The picture of the tent, the picture of the bike, I knew those don't need to be big pictures. I can print
Right.
wallets. So I print a lot of wallets with my printer, and then a few 5x7s and 4x6s with the photos that I want to be big focal points.
So you kind of, if you know it's going to be a focal point,
Right.
then you're going to print it bigger.
And occasionally I will have to reprint. Like if I decide that I want to do some 2x2s, then I can print 2x2s on my little Epson printer. And so maybe I'll go back and print some 2x2s, and instead, if I decide to do a layout with a bunch of little squares, like the first pages that we showed.
Perfect.
All right. It's kind of random. All right, the next template is number 7.
Speaking of 2x2s.
Yes, this is a 2x2, and this is fun. You may not, when you look at it, you may be like, ugh.
You're like, that's tiny.
That's tiny. But I did a couple different things with it, and I'm going to show you. So this one, I didn't use any photos on my template. I just used pattern paper, and it was so much fun. And I did lift this page. Kelly sent me a link and said, look at this page. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing that. So I cut out, this is the Simple Stories Lemon Twist. And I have the 6x8 paper pack. Here is an example of the page pieces, the Squeeze the Day. So you get all these little pieces. And they even show you how you can do layouts with their templates on the back. But you don't have to do it that way. But so here's this piece here, the little label, the heart, the bee, and sweet moments. Oh, and the butterfly. I used quite a few pieces.
Oh, so that's from the page pieces?
Yep, those are all from the page pieces. So I didn't have to use Squeeze the Day. I could have, I don't really have a big title on this one, but I could have. And then I used, are you guys ready? The paper distresser. I was so excited.
And it's finally back in stock. Maggie was very
excited
excited about that too.
Yes, I love using the paper distresser. So I just distressed all the pieces of paper, and then I inked them with a little bit of black. And then I did use the Becky Higgins date stamp. Now, some of the date stamps come with other like words and phrases on them. This is just a straight date. And I have both. Mm-hmm. Shocking, I know.
Date stamps are fun. I even stamp my cards. If I send somebody like a birthday card,
really?
I date stamp it. Yeah,
that's
just
a
for
great idea.
Just for fun.
Yeah. So this one, you can see there's little maybe you can't see. There's little teeny hearts, but they have different things that you can put. Like there's dots on one, there's squiggles. I didn't notice that when I bought it.
They fit the labels perfectly.
Yeah, it's very cute. This is the one I was going to show you. So when I was talking about the coordinating paper, so this is the lemon twist background paper. And I'm going to be using that on the, no, I'm not using it. Why did I pull this? I don't know. But it coordinates perfectly.
I love it.
And these have like a little distressed background, but they do come out with nice coordinating packs of paper that you can use.
I don't think we've even shown lemon twist. We're having a lemon week in a couple weeks. We're pretty anxious about that.
Oh, and I used a little teeny piece of washi tape right here. Because I really like the washi tape and I bought it.
It kind of grounds your image.
Yeah, it grounds my little, and I need 3 things. So I needed a third thing, and I'm like, I know washi tape.
You know, that's what Peggy said on Friday on her titles. She uses 3 elements.
Yeah.
Okay, Teresa, do you use photo paper when you print your pictures?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and is your Epson printer just for photos, or is it a combination printer that you would print, say, documents with and stuff?
It's just a photo printer.
Photo printer?
Yep. And I think they're, no, I can't remember how much they are. They have them on Amazon.
So, and then Charmel's asking, what do you use to get the layout of the pictures to be the sizes you want? And I think maybe it's the templates. I think that might be the answer to the question. I'm not sure I totally understand it, but Teresa's going to do a page live to show us. And then they'd like to know the model of your printer, so maybe sometime you can post that in the comments.
Yeah, I thought we did that once, but I'll have to look.
And Kay has bought the date stamp and never used it, but now she's going to.
Definitely get that out, because you can do it. It's not going to expire. That's the nice thing about this one. Some of the ones that have like other things on the end, they are limited.
If you purchase a date stamp, make sure you look to see what years it goes for. This one is unlimited because,
and it's $4.99.
Let's show the back, because all the numbers are separate.
Oh, there you can see the little squiggles that you can get in between. It's really small. Maybe
I'm going to have to get that one.
Yeah, I like this one.
All right. So we're still on the 2x2, which is template design number 7.
So it's really interesting when you look at these 2 pages because they are nothing alike. Oh, I know. Here, this was the background. Here's my notes. I was supposed to read my notes so I could tell you.
The background paper that she showed, she did use it, as a matter of fact.
It was the background piece, but it was white, but you can see there's little sketchy things around it.
It's kind of sketchy.
But that's the other side of it. So they're double-sided with colors. Okay, I feel better now because I'm like, am I crazy? Why did I have that?
Okay. And Teresa, here's what Charmel was asking. So now I understand more. Like when you're going to print a picture 2x2, how do you do that? Do you set it up to print a 2x2?
In the Epson printer, they have an app on your phone, and you can. It's a template, and you just pick the template that you want, and you put your photos in it. So, like on a 4x6 photo, you can get 6 2x2s.
Okay, so you're printing on a 4x6, but you can get multiple sizes.
Or you can get a 4x4 and 2 2x2s.
Right.
So there's a template.
All right, I think that is a great answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're doing the same template.
This is the same page template. Which
it looks so different.
It's very different. So on this one, so here's my 2x2, I don't know. They don't tell you what the size of these are, and it doesn't really matter. I thought about measuring them, and I'm like, it doesn't really matter what the size is. They're all different sizes because of the configuration. So on this one, I cut a mat. This one, I didn't use a mat. Remember I said that there would be some where I didn't use a mat, so I didn't use a mat on that one. This one, I cut the mat, and then I placed it down, and I placed my 2x2s. So on this one, I use this cut apart. This is another Simple Stories.
That's a good one.
Here's the 2x2s that I cut apart, and I just randomly placed them, and then I had my photos, and these actually were 4x6 photos, and I just cut them down to 2x2s.
Oh, so you cut elements out of them.
You see, this was in 2001 when I didn't have my cell phone, and you just take photos and you don't know what you're going to get. And so, you know, he was teeny tiny on his photo, and I just cut him. He fit perfect in a 2x2.
You know, it almost looks better in a 2x2 than it would have in a 4x6 because you're focusing more on.
There would have been all this background and all this background.
So I can see, I think that makes it look even better, Teresa.
This balloon was actually at the top. These three photos were all from the same 4x6 photo.
Oh, that's so tricky.
And I just cut them apart. And, you know, here you can see my little niece, Abby. She's not little anymore, but here she is. And I didn't have to line it up perfectly. I didn't care because there he is. He looks like he's blowing. There's the cake, the balloon that came from up there. Yeah. And then instead of doing all 2x2s, I switched it up and I just stuck a 4x4. So I just kind of centered it, you know, on there and then stuck it down.
And don't you guys love how she tied it with some twine to make it look like a present?
Yeah. Well, I saw this little 2x2 and I'm like, oh, wouldn't that be cute if I put some twine on there?
So that's very creative.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to know how you cut the mat. Everybody, she doesn't cut the mat. We got one more page to show, and then we'll show you how simple and easy it is. It looks like a mat. It looks like you've cut like the frame, like this frame, but it's not.
So here we're going to use design number 8, and these are 3x3. So these are a little bit bigger, and maybe this one would fit better for you, but I really love the 2x2s. I thought it was going to be hard, and it was not hard. It was fun. So I did another 4th of July one. And you know, when you were mentioning earlier about people watching from different places, I recently found out that my Auntie Leah from Arizona sometimes watches me.
Oh, I wonder if Auntie Leah is watching today.
But there she is. She came to visit us in Iowa, and this was 2018. And so I wanted to be sure to
give a shout out. Yeah, I don't. She hasn't made a comment, Teresa.
Okay.
She might be, you know, watching in secret.
Yeah. So this one is another Simple Stories. I love Simple Stories. Can you tell? So that's just
Simple Stories.
The background paper, and then I use their coordinating paper red. That's the other thing with their color vibes. It matches perfectly, so you don't have to try and match it. And then I use a cut apart again. Now you can see, you know, these are not 3x3s. These are 3x4s, and these are 4x6s. But you can definitely, you know, you can take your template and go, I thought about using the USA, and you know, it would have cut a little bit off, but I wouldn't really care.
So you thought about
it
that
doesn't
one.
have to be perfect.
Well,
I could have done red, white, and blue. Or did I use that? I did. I used the red, white, and blue.
So she did use the red, white, and blue and just cut it down a little bit.
I could have used that. I mean, there's lots of things on here that I could have used.
So think outside the size.
Yeah, because look, almost all of these 3x4s fit in the 3x3s. I could have even, you know, done the top half of Lady Liberty if I wanted to.
See, Teresa, I wouldn't have thought of that. I would have thought, oh, I have to have a 3x3 cut apart, but you don't. You could just get a little creative with it.
So I used this piece was a little journaling, and I didn't journal. I just put the date. Then I used the other 3x4, and then I used the back because I really like that pattern too for my other spot.
Oh,
so this year, 4th of July, my husband rides his bike, and my friend, they had matching shirts, so that was kind of funny, but they ride their bikes up to the parade, and here we are at the parade, and I got a picture of the parade because my friend her daughter was playing in the parade, so I took a picture that year. And then I used some of the stickers from the sticker sheet.
So Teresa, do you think it makes it easier to scrapbook? To do your layouts?
I think it was pretty easy. I mean, it gave me a starting point.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, the starting point.
You know, when I started out scrapbooking, and then I started making cards, and I remember when I started making cards, I'm like, where's the photo? Because I start with the photos, but you don't necessarily have to. But that's where I usually start, and
well, I think it's definitely, if you need help getting started or you don't know what to do, it's a great way. And you could even do an entire album with one template and you just run that theme. Like you could take this template and you could run that through your entire album, that same layout, and that's design number 1, and you can turn it different directions, but all your pages would be very uniform.
Can we show some of the other templates?
Yeah, look at this pile, everybody.
So here's number 11, and so that has a 3x4, a little bit smaller, and a 3x3. And again, you have to think, you know, outside the box.
And that would probably work on an 8.5 by 11 page. That looks like it's smaller than 8.5 by 11.
Yeah. So that was number 11. We used that one. This one is number 4. And it's also just a way, you know, to keep things straight on your page if you like to do that.
I think once you see how Teresa uses it, you guys are going to love it even more.
This is a number 10. So it has a 4x4 and a 3x4. Let's see.
We might have messed these up on you, Teresa.
This is a number 5, so 4x4s. This is a number 3, and there's 3x4s. That's kind of fun. Can go that way. Let's see. We showed. I think did we show this one? Nope. This is number 9. So that's a 4x6 and a 4x4. So this one would be easy. Just your basic 4x6, and then just crop a little bit off to make it 4x4.
Or put in a 4x4 cut apart.
Yeah. And then these are the 2 that we showed.
And then is that a storage envelope for them?
Well,
oh my gosh.
No, this is just a storage. So the reason I brought this is I was going to show that I have all my simple stories, and I have to label it.
Simple stories
This is different because these don't have pockets. This is an older version, but it's really nice to have these 12 by 12 plastic protectors because I have all my.
So is that all your color vibe?
This is my color vibe.
Oh,
so I just have some on hand because if I then scrapbook my simple stories, then I know I can go right here and grab out a piece of cardstock.
Oh,
and I don't have
love
to mess
that,
with the other
Teresa.
ones.
I love it.
And then you can see, like, I just have this, like the scraps. Yes, I have them in Roy G. Biv. Oh, what's the orange doing before yellow?
Oh my
but
gosh,
there's my
get
scraps.
that orange out of there.
I know, so I don't have a lot of orange actually. And then I have my blacks and whites.
So Teresa, can you open this so we can see it? Maybe it's not openable.
Because I actually
I
don't
think you
worry,
could put your
'cause
templates in there.
I
also.
ordered these because I need more. Because
just so everybody can see what this is. And this is, you get 3 in a package. Oh, and they do have the little tab on them,
there's
so you
a little
can label
tab
them.
so you can label it.
And they're $6.99.
See, so I also like. So this is my. It's mine.
Teresa does a lot of work for Memory Bound, so she tries to keep her things separate.
So this is
Indigo Garden.
my
it
color
looks like.
vibe. Yep, my Indigo Garden, and so I used one of the little plastic. I'm putting my extras. That might be a fun way to put your extra pieces in there.
Your Avery L bags.
So my Avery L. So I've got my stamps. I've got my 6x8
you got
paper.
pieces falling out,
Oh,
Teresa.
I've got my ephemera. I really like that line. And then I've got the sticker sheets. So this is just a way for me to keep them organized. So I've got everything together from this paper line. I love these things. It's a way to make them
Teresa
plan.
ordered these because she knew we were going to need them.
Yeah, and I
because she
needed
needs
more.
more. And it's called the Paper File. And they're $6.99 and you get 3 in a package.
Yep.
And I still think it'd be great to put your templates in.
Yeah.
All of these templates.
Yeah, they would fit nicely
Put them all in
there.
one.
Yeah. And I thought maybe you don't get a label. You do get a little label, a little sticker
get your
label
little
that you can
stickers.
put on there.
Perfect. And Janet just linked those.
Okay.
So we can, if you're interested in those, Janet, and here, look at Teresa's pile. She's got everything, all her stuff she used.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
but
right.
I think that this is going to be the aha that's everyone's going to go, oh.
Hopefully it's
Like,
not too confusing doing it
oh.
upside down.
Because I think a lot of us think you cut this out and you lay it on top, but you don't. Do you see what I'm saying, Teresa? A lot of people are asking, how do you cut this?
Oh. Okay.
But that's just a
I'll show
pattern
you.
for your mat.
I'll show you how I did it. Now
She's going to show us everything.
You guys can, if you find a way that works better for you, then do it that way.
Yeah, that works.
Just pay attention to what works for you. So this is the Simple Stories. This is
What collection is
the
this?
Indigo Garden.
Oh, Indigo
this
Garden.
Is Indigo Garden.
Okay.
And then they had a nice paper pack that coordinated. So I didn't have to use the Color Vibe on this one. I could have, because Color Vibe is going to match this as well. So what I think I'm going to do this time is I'm going to mat the template. But what I'm going to, and I've already got my...
She's doing this live.
My photos, yeah. We'll see. We'll see how this goes, guys, okay?
It's going to go great, Teresa.
Okay.
I know it.
So this is going to be my base page, and I'm going to use this with my template. So what you can do is you just lay your template on there and make sure it's straight. And then you can just use a little pencil mark to mark the edge. And then I'm going to trim it. I'm going to get my trimmer out here.
Oh. Memory Bound's trimmers had seen some better days. But you know what? That trimmer has to be maybe 10 years
Is it
old.
old? Yeah.
It's really old and it's still going strong, except for the handle that falls off.
Yeah, the handle falls off. So I'm just lining up my mark and I'm just trimming it. And then I'm going to line up my other mark.
So she's cutting it the size of this template.
Yep.
She traced it, or you could trace it and cut it with your scissors, or you could just make a mark and cut it with a trimmer. Trimmers make it nice and straight. We need to ring the bell, Teresa. We have a question that you and I can't answer.
Then I thought I would mat this.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm gonna put this on top of here, and I'm just gonna cut it so that I have a little bit of mat in between.
Oh, and it's gonna go on top of that?
I mean, I could just do that, but I think it's kind of busy. So I'm just gonna put a kind of a solid in between my two patterns there, and I'm just gonna make it the very smallest mat. Do you think that would? Should I wait to do that? Maybe I'll wait to do that
last.
Yeah, I'll
do that last.
Okay. So
forget everything Teresa just said.
We'll do that in a minute. So here's my template. So you can see I cut it pretty well. It fits pretty well on there. What I do is I get the yellow tape. Ooh, I should have had Doug link with that.
That's okay. Janet can link that.
Yes.
That's the Spellbinders craft tape.
Yes, I love the yellow tape.
It's turned out to be our favorite.
Yeah.
And
so
actually, Teresa, we don't carry really any other tape here at Memory Bound after we've
I
found that, and
tape.
it's our favorite, and that's what we carry here. And I believe it's $8.99 for a pretty large roll.
I didn't even bring one over here. So what I did, yellow tape, what I did is just
so you just taped it down to your surface?
To my table.
Well, this will help keep it straight.
Yeah,
keep your template
keep it straight. And you know, I'm not a huge straight person. I'm just not. But
you could also use your Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station.
Yes.
In the magnets.
And I know some people are.
And
so
go ahead. Go ahead.
I've got these photos, and these are just photos from last spring of flowers in my garden and my puppy.
And those are cut 3 by 3.
These are 3 by 3. Yes.
Okay. Those are cut 3 by 3, just like the template says. And here is the Spellbinders craft tape.
And I kind of had, so I already cut them out.
So it's hard to see, but the plastic template is laid on top of her paper and taped down, and then she's setting her pictures inside.
Yeah. And I use the mounting squares.
Really? That surprises me.
I know. Some people don't like them because they have the little blue tabs on them, and that was the one that I didn't blue tab, so I can show you.
So she didn't prepare that one.
I picked it up.
But then you can do it.
Yes, I'll do it live. So the little tabs just go on there.
You pull the paper out, and the tabs come right out of the corner of the
just pop
box.
right out, and you stick them on.
So it's like a dispenser.
Yes, let me tell you why I do this.
Yeah, we want to know.
See, some people don't like the blue tabs because they go everywhere, but
they're pretty.
You know what? I just throw them right away. So why I like the blue tabs is because if I ever have to take a photo out of a scrapbook, I know exactly where my adhesive is.
Oh.
I don't go crazy with the tape runner. It's in my four corners.
Okay.
If I have a bigger photo, like a 5x7, I will put one in the middle. Sometimes a 4x6, depending on what I'm sticking it to. But for the most part, I can use my undo and lift it right off because I know corner, 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 and it comes up.
Okay.
So, you know.
It's hard to see on here, but she's actually setting them down inside of the, it's hard to see the clear template.
I don't know.
Well, there we can see it. There we can see it.
Can you see it there?
And the pictures were pre-cut to 3x3
Yeah.
because this design number 8, which it's not in here anymore, but it holds all 3x3s.
It should be.
Oh, here it
There.
is. So here you can see it with the plastic template. And then the package shows you what you need. And so Teresa pre-cut all her photos to 3x3, and now she's setting them inside of that template. And you know what, everybody? That is how she makes it look so darn straight.
Yep.
Like, I'm going to pop over here while you glue those on.
Okay.
Because this is the same one, isn't it, Teresa?
Yes.
So here's the same template that she's using right now. And you can see how perfectly straight. So the red is actually the matte. I think that's what
Was that
we look-
throwing people?
it threw me until I saw your stuff this morning. I
And
think
you-
a lot of people think you had to cut out the
mats.
The mats,
Yeah,
but you
no.
don't.
And you know what? I could have put it right on my scrapbook page.
Oh, right, yeah.
I didn't have to use a mat. Like
This
that
one?
Yeah.
Let me reach over here.
So that one, I didn't use photos, but I just stuck the paper right onto my background page.
So she doesn't have that matte piece.
Right.
And on the one you did vellum for your matte piece,
Yes.
which was really neat. Vicki
So-
really loves that you're getting so many pictures on your layouts, and I think that is a really good thing.
So this was a cut apart. I'm trying to remember. I think it was a cut apart. Maybe a cut apart. Yeah, I think it was a cut apart. Oh, you know what? But I think I got that off of a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Here it is. Yes, it was a cut apart.
Oh, it's one of
So
the
you got one of the
multi-journaling.
long ones, and I just trimmed it down. I don't know what size it was. It was a multi. I just really liked this with the different sizes and thought, oh, that would be fun. I could use those on cards or
Well, it's
scrapbooking.
good for journaling right there.
Yeah.
Put a title in.
I could have used this one too. I'll slide it under here. See, that one would have been cute with the butterfly. But I just wanted a spot for journaling. I'm not going to journal today, but
You know, Teresa, a lot of people are using the mounting squares. So if you haven't used
Yeah.
them, you might want to get them and try them.
and we have two sizes. We have a 250 and 1,000. If you know you're going to use them, you might as well get the 1,000 because then you don't run out.
And how much are those, Teresa?
The
for-
250 is $229 and the 1,000 is $599.
So they're very economical too.
Yeah.
And you can get a
It's
lot
nice to have an extra box because you never know. Like, I'm always shaking mine like, oh, it
of
sounds like I
sounds
have
like
more.
you need more.
Yeah. Then you just rip that off. Okay, so this piece I'm just going to use some adhesive. And again, I try not to, I put mine in a plastic protector, so there's no reason to go all
Right.
the way
Yeah, you don't have
around,
to go crazy.
even on a piece of paper. So there. So see here, I've got an extra spot, and I'm probably going to put a sticker or something there. I thought about maybe putting some words. Let's see. I don't know.
We
what
are
I'm gonna
watching
put.
Teresa's process because she did not plan
Yes,
this.
I didn't.
I think
should
you
have
planned the
probably-
paper and your photos, but her last square, she's going to figure out
Yeah.
something.
When you've got the sticker sheets, there's so many things that you can.
Is it
they
hard to choose?
Come with, yeah. These I'll probably use on something else. I think I like. I don't know. I do like.
I like
I
those
wish
that
I had
look like the
the,
little clips are pretty neat.
It probably would be good to have the page topper for this one. It probably would have had a good thing to put in there. maybe I'll come back to that. I don't have to put it in right now. So I'm just taking my tape off. I don't know if you saw me. I just tucked my photo under there for my template.
Teresa, here's a really good, okay, here's some more mounting squares. A lot of people use them.
Really?
Yeah,
Good.
so you're not alone.
I'm not alone.
Lisa used them 20 years ago when she started, and
Yes.
she still loves them. And
Me too.
Pam, great idea. If she gives a folio or a mini book as a gift, she always includes a roll of them.
What a good idea. Because then people can just put their photos down.
Yeah.
And they don't, because sometimes if people aren't scrapbookers.
Oh, they don't know how to, yeah.
They're like, what is this? And they do it upside down. And
Right, yeah,
break it,
I
so.
agree. I'm going to remember that. And we have a new stamp set coming out.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just going to give a plug for it right now since we're talking about making albums and things for other people. And it says photo, so they know where to put a photo, and it's got the sizes, the different sizes. And hopefully that'll be here towards the end of June. We'll have those available. Okay. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. I'm not watching. Okay, this is the big reveal.
Here's the magic. So then I just lift my template off.
And that's all set up.
And it's perfectly aligned. Everything's perfect. It looks like mats. If I put another photo here, it would look like it's matted.
Yeah.
Now, what I was talking about before when I was confusing everyone is I'm just going to glue this down here. I'm going to mat the mat.
She's going to mat the mat.
And I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive there. Might be hard to see.
You know
because
what
it's so
was,
close.
Teresa, can you show us which piece is called the mat piece? And that's what she has in her hand right now. This square is what she is referring to as the mat.
I call this a mat. And now I'm going to mat the mat.
She's matting the mat. So she has two mats. So why she glues that on there, like this yellow piece here is what she is calling the mat. So it is basically the background, or here's the navy. So that is the background, and all these things are attached on top of that. But it looks like it's a frame.
Yeah.
I think that's what's so cool about it. Peggy says it's a waboom.
Now I'm just.
And everyone is loving it, Teresa.
Good.
And I think it was Janet maybe that said she uses those squares on graduation boards, because then you know again, like you said, Teresa, you know where the adhesive is.
Yeah.
But these frames would be great for graduation boards. Using these templates would be a great idea, especially if you're trying to organize, because you could do like what Teresa's doing here with friends, and do one for family and one for maybe sports. Let's see. Julie said you could cut out the center of the bottom paper to save paper.
I could.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I've put this.
she matted the mat.
See, I matted the mat.
It's not a big contrast.
No, but it's just enough because.
There, now it shows.
Yeah, because I had a little bit. I mean, this polka dot on top of this, it was okay, but it's a little busy for me. So I would. I could use a solid paper, but I really like I said, the coordinating simple stories when they do that, and it just makes it so much easier.
I think their motto is something like "Scrapbooking made simple" is Simple Stories' tagline. And Janny says, "You make the complicated easy once we see it."
And I'm centering this one, but
You want me to pop over here like this?
Let's see. One of them
like
I
this
didn't
one
center.
you didn't center.
Well,
Teresa's coming over.
Like this one you can really tell. So instead of just putting this in the middle of the page, I lowered it a little bit because I didn't want my title clear up here. I wanted it more in the middle of the page. They're all a little bit.
These kind of remind me of Peggy's pages, because hers are very kind of geometrical, symmetrical, with squares, and working with the same types of sizes, 4x4s, 4x6s.
Now you can just go through and add. You know what? I think I like. Let's see if I like this one. maybe not. Stick it back in there. But there's lots of things that you can do. See, this is the part where it takes me a while. I know I see other people on videos doing this, and I'm like, how do they do that? And now I'm doing the same thing.
Oh, so putting it like between the photos.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I'm just saying, love this.
There's
I'm
Earl.
Just gonna stick that. Yeah, my baby. And maybe I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Put a
yeah,
little
that's
heart
good.
there. Oh, you know what I really need is my stapler, because I would probably do. I didn't use my stapler in any of the pages, but I love a good tiny attacher. And these come with little stickers too. I should have checked this out before I. Ooh, Bloom and Grow. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have
Teresa,
to put
that's
something
really
there.
cool. That's really neat.
But I'm gonna just stick it there because I like it. Bloom and Grow. So, you know, I'm gonna have to come up. Maybe I'll do a piece of pattern paper. Not the polka dot. You know, maybe that's what I need is another piece of pattern paper on there.
Well, maybe you put a pattern. You find it. You can show it to us.
Yeah, we'll finish
tomorrow.
it and then we can post it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not done yet. And,
But I like how you just stuck the stickers like off to the side there. That looks really good. And layering two stickers together when you add the heart. There's always a good place to add hearts.
And I'll probably put the year on there too. It was last year, so.
It's like, what was
Might have
last
to use
year?
those.
21.
I know. They only give you 1, 2 sillies. But I'll figure it out. I might use my date stamp, but I'm not sure.
She's going to concentrate on this one
Yes.
because these are her flowers from last year. And Earl, looking
Yeah.
like a king,
Yes.
even though he's an Earl. So, Teresa, I think everybody loved it.
Well,
they
good.
really did. I think it was a great topic. If you want to try out some of the Simple Stories page templates, give them a try. Maybe get one and see how you like it and then work with it. Because Teresa
See
showed
how
us
many-
all the variety of things you can do with it.
See how many pages you can make with one template. I think a lot.
And we will post pictures of all of Teresa's layouts to give you ideas. And Donna says you took the mystery out of using the templates.
Good.
And honestly, everyone, same for me. I kind of knew how they worked, but I never really thought about that you're making the mat. I probably would have thought I had to cut this out somehow.
And don't forget the page toppers because they are really, you know, I did the Summer Vibes one. I did the Squeeze. I mean, almost every line.
And here is the ones for Simple Vintage
there's
Indigo
a
Garden.
Simple Vintage, yeah.
They're $3.29, so they're, or is it $3.49?
$3.49.
$3.49, so they're not really terribly expensive, and they do make your page.
And they make a super easy page.
Okay, and you used it on this one. She used it here on Summer Vibes.
Yep. And I used part of it on the 2x2 one too. I used it on the 2x2.
This one?
No, this one.
Oh yeah, use
So
lemon twist.
The lemon twist, yeah. The butterfly, the words, this, the bee, and the heart all came from that. So I didn't use the title, but I can use that on a different page.
Just to explain the page pieces, they're like ephemera or die cuts, but they have bigger pieces. They'll have like a title, like Squeeze the Day or Summer Vibes. So they have something big because they're made to make your page with, and it's really all you need to do your layouts. And then they'll have some smaller pieces.
It's a great thing to coordinate with these.
Well, Teresa, thank you so very much for this today. We missed you last week, so we're glad you're back. And all your layouts are wonderful. We'll get pictures, and Janet will get that posted on the blog. And I'm not sure what's up for tomorrow, if anything, but we'll have something really good tomorrow also. So everyone have a crafty day, a crafty week. And anything else you can think of, Teresa?
No.
All right. Well, thank you a bunch. They loved it, and we'll be back tomorrow.